In the world of entertainment, few names stir as much fascination, speculation, and emotion as Tian Xuning Ziyu. Their story, marked by undeniable chemistry, mysterious silence, and unspoken connection, has become the beating heart of fan communities across the globe. But now, something new has surfaced. A series of leaked old photos allegedly showing the two stars wearing matching rings and holding hands in an intimate moment has reignited the most explosive question of all. Were Tian Xuning Ziyu once secretly engaged? The internet is ablaze with theories, emotional reactions, and shock. Fans who have followed their journey for years are calling this the final missing piece in a love story that has long been whispered but never confirmed. But how real are these photos, and what do they reveal about a relationship that both stars have kept hidden for so long? Crescent Moon: the mysterious photos that shook the internet. It all began late last night, when a popular entertainment forum in China suddenly exploded with posts titled, Tian Xuning Ziyu engagement photos before the breakup. The thread included 3 never-before-seen pictures, reportedly taken about 4 years ago, showing the pair during what looked like a private celebration. In the first photo, Tian Xuning is seen smiling softly while placing a delicate silver ring on Ziyu's finger. In the second, Ziyu is holding a bouquet of white roses traditionally associated with loyalty and eternal love, while Tian stands beside her, his hand gently resting on her shoulder. The third image, perhaps the most heart-stopping, shows both of them gazing at each other under soft golden lights, a small cake visible on the table between them, with the faint writing "Forever Us." Within minutes, fans began comparing the background details, curtains, furniture, and even the lighting to the interior of a luxury private restaurant in Shanghai that both had been spotted visiting during that same year. The discovery sent online communities into overdrive, with hashtags like Tian Xuning Ziyu engagement and their love was real trending in multiple countries within hours. Ring-matching rings: the detail that broke the silence. Perhaps the most shocking element wasn't the intimacy of the photos, but the rings themselves. Longtime followers instantly recognized the same design: thin silver bands with a single small diamond that both Tian Xuning and Ziyu had been seen wearing separately in interviews and public appearances years ago. Back then, fans assumed they were just accessories or part of sponsorship deals. But now, with the emergence of these photos, everything looks different. In one interview from 2022, Ziyu had been asked about the ring she always wore on her right hand. Her response had been enigmatic: "Some things are not meant to be explained. They're meant to be remembered." At the time, no one thought much of it. But now, after the leaked photos, that line feels loaded with meaning. Was she referring to Tian Xuning? Was that ring her quiet reminder of a promise that once existed? Fans react: "This is the proof we've been waiting for." Within hours of the leak, fan accounts across Weibo, TikTok, and Twitter were flooded with emotional posts. "I can't believe it. They were really together. Look at how he looks at her. That's not acting. They promised forever. What happened to them?" Clips and fan edits of the two stars, especially from their early collaborations and interviews, began trending again. Old videos resurfaced showing subtle gestures: Ziyu adjusting Tian's microphone, Tian glancing at Ziyu during a press conference, their synchronized smiles. Each small interaction was now being re-examined under a new light, as if the world had been missing the truth that was right in front of them all along. Insider speaks: there was a promise between them. An entertainment insider, who reportedly worked with both artists in the early stages of their careers, gave an anonymous statement to a Hong Kong magazine just hours after the leak. According to the insider, they were incredibly close back then, closer than anyone realized. There was a time when Tian Xuning was planning to go abroad for a project, and Ziyu didn't want him to leave. That night, something important happened. People around them said it was a private ceremony, not officially an engagement, but it had the same meaning. It was a promise between two people who truly cared for each other. While there is no confirmation of this claim, it has only fueled the speculation. Could that private ceremony be the event captured in the leaked photos? If true, it would mean that their bond was much deeper and more personal than the public ever knew. Broken heart, the fall, why they drifted apart. If they truly shared something so deep, the next question becomes painfully obvious. What went wrong? Fans recall the quiet shift that occurred around 2 years after their peak collaboration. Ziyu suddenly stopped following accounts linked to Tian Xuning's projects, and Tian himself appeared increasingly reserved in public. Rumors of management interference, contract disputes, and image control started circulating. One particularly haunting moment came when a reporter asked Tian about Ziyu during a red carpet interview. His response was short but telling: "Some stories are beautiful because they never had an ending." That statement, once dismissed as poetic ambiguity, now feels like a confession of heartbreak. Ziyu, too, was later seen performing a song titled "The One I Lost," in which the lyrics include the line, "We wore the same promise on our hands, but time took it away." Fans now believe this was her way of mourning what they once had. Silence from both sides. As of now, neither Tian Xuning nor Ziyu has issued any official comment regarding the leaked photos. Their agencies have also remained quiet, only releasing vague statements about respecting privacy and not responding to speculation. But for many, the silence speaks volumes. Fans have noticed subtle actions. Ziyu recently archived several old posts on her social media, including one that showed a bouquet of white roses with the caption "Remember." Meanwhile, Tian was spotted at the airport wearing a bracelet that fans claim resembles one that Ziyu once gifted him. Are these coincidences or quiet acknowledgements of a love they can no longer show publicly? Experts weigh in. The photos appear authentic. Digital analysts have already examined the leaked images and claim there are no clear signs of manipulation. One photography expert said, "The lighting, shadows, and reflections match perfectly. If these were edited, it would require professional-level reconstruction." I believe the photos are genuine. However, the source of the leak remains unknown. Some suggest it could have come from an old photographer who worked with the pair, while others believe a former staff member or friend might have shared them accidentally or intentionally. The mystery deepens further when one considers the timing. Why did these photos resurface now? Rose fans' theories: a new beginning or a farewell. Some fans are convinced the resurfacing of these images isn't random at all. They believe it could be a signal, a sign that something new is coming.